Hi, these are my first marathon tips. My name is Michael and I'm a marathon running specialist based here in York, and I'd like to try and help with 5 tips that I've picked up along the way since running my first marathon back in 2007. So let's go with 5 tips. Tip number 1, straight in. Let's go with pacing, and basically I want you to hold your horses in terms of when the gun goes off. What I highly recommend is not going too quickly, because it's all too easy to get caught up in the whole excitement of starting your first marathon and running out far too quickly, because what you want to do is get to mile 20 and feel like you've still got something left. You've still got some energy left in the tank, rather than feeling like you're well and truly spent with still 6 miles to run. So one way you can get to mile 20 or 21 feeling strong is to pace it evenly. Pace it at a pace that you're comfortable with, a pace that you've been training at over the last 4 or 5 months of preparation. So that's tip number 1. Pace it right, hold your horses. Number 2, or tip number 2, is to do with the racing line. So what you want to do here is to stick to the racing line as tight as you can. If you veer off the racing line, i.e. taking the shortest route around the course, what you're going to do is add distance and add time, and definitely don't spend a lot of time and energy weaving around people, because that will ultimately be something you'll pay for over the course of the 26 miles. Tip number 3 is to hydrate, to drink small and often. There are going to be plenty of drink stations on the course, so make full use of those. Don't chug down far too much water, but drink enough so that you don't feel thirsty at any point, because if you leave it until you're thirsty to drink, you're already too dehydrated. So drink small and often, and drink something that you like the taste of, like Nuun tablets, which also help with electrolytes, which ultimately will help you with not cramping as much, and also helping you to feel lucid and more awake during the full race. Tip number 4 is to do with going to the expo. You're going to go to an expo invariably and pick up your numbers and your race chips and everything else, and you may also buy some new kit whilst you're there. But what you shouldn't do, because it's a one-way ticket to Chafe City, is to wear your new kit come race day. It's a mistake I often see people make, and you end up chafing in all sorts of places because you've not tried out the kit before, your trainers aren't broken in enough. So yeah, just kind of reduce that discomfort, that potential discomfort, by wearing kit that you've been training in, okay, rather than any new kit that you've bought at the expo. And tip number 5 is to smile, not only for getting good pictures, because there's going to be photographers on the course, but also because it helps to lift you, because when you start feeling tired, the first thing that's going to go is your form, your posture, and you're going to close up. But if you smile from the jaw, from the sheer movement of your face kind of opening up to smile, that will help to lift you up, pulling those shoulders back, standing up nice and tall, and just help you feel more energized so that you can run harder and stronger until the end of the race. Bonus tip, tip number 6, is to make sure that you have your name on your vest as well, because don't underestimate the power of a random stranger shouting out your name, because it will help to boost you along and suddenly pick up your legs and find that energy to push a little bit further. So if you'd like further tips on all things running, then please visit my website www.michaelfan.co.uk, which is in the link in the description below, where I will send you not only a free beginner's guide to running, but also a series of hints and tips to help you run faster, stronger, and with more confidence in just 10 days. So good luck with your marathon, and to your running success.